Imagine style so eloquent that functionality is secondary. Imagine expert guidance and a process that's all about you. Imagine exceptional quality at a price you can feel good about. Imagine immense satisfaction. Mark Hall Cabinetry, where everything you imagine materializes.
Okay, get this.
Let me get that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, I've been having a lot of trouble with my toilet lately. It won't stop running.
Really?
Don't you have a business card or something? Aren't you a Mr. Rooter guy?
No,
Remember, there are other courteous people besides Mr. Rooter plumbers.
Closed captioning brought to you in part by eNet, your pay-as-you-go work comp specialist.
All right, it's day 183 and it's an exciting day. We're putting house wrap on the house. And it's one of the kind of easier, quicker things that happens, but it gives you this big impact to have seeing that actually get wrapped. Have that change, that exterior change. It looks like a lot really happened. The purpose of the house wrap, it is a code thing that all houses are house wrap now. But it does two things. It's a vapor barrier for moisture. Vinyl siding sometimes will get a little moisture behind it. This will protect the wood from that, and vinyl siding, the way it's designed, will come down and drain out the bottom. Also, it is for air, so air does not come in between any small gaps that might be in the house, so it helps with energy efficiency, but it is a code issue, code item now. All the houses will be house wrapped. And they start at the bottom, do the bottom first, move up, do the top. That way everything overlaps, just like when anything you do on the exterior house, the water will run down and over any seam and not go into the house area.
As you can tell, guys, we're fighting the weather out here again. It is misting on and off all day again today. It's Wednesday. Monday we battled the rain a little bit. Now it's Wednesday, we're battling again. We're trying to make sure we get all the tar paper on the roof to make sure it quits raining inside. We got lots of expensive stuff going in. We don't want to ruin that at all. As you can tell out here, it's a muddy, soppy mess. We try to keep our job sites as clean as possible. It's hard when you're trying to work through this muddy mess. So again, weather, mid-Missouri, what are you going to do?
Taking down a lot of the interior bracing now that the roof's on and all tied together. We can get a lot of these wall braces off. Everything should be good and supported well. And just a carpenter thing, you always take the nails out. So,
one of probably every tradesman's favorite part of a home building project is roofing. And I say that as I'm laughing because, really, to be honest with you, I do enjoy roofing because there's a clear defined beginning, middle, and end. And really all it takes is flat out, get it done, manpower. I'm going to go over the basics behind putting a roof together. The great thing about an architectural shingle is, one, there's less waste. Two, you can get it in a variety of different colors. And three, the overall appearance gives it that old shaker style roof. Everybody loves it. It goes great with just about any combination of siding that's available. And in this case, you can see that John and Toby chose clay for their overall siding, chose weather wood, which is the color for this particular roof application, goes really well with clay. And then you see the drip edge is an almond color, which just ties everything together. What goes down first is a 30-pound felt paper. That gets put down with ring caps, staples. Basically, the first layer starts, and then they bring the next layer over top of that, next layer over top of that, until they get all the way to the peak. The reason for that is when rain comes, water will flow over the next layer and just keep going all the way down off the roof. Architectural shingles, first you have a starter row, which is this layer right here. That's a 3-tab that's reversed and put upside down. And then you start your beginning row and you just start tackling it from end to end. As you work your way up, you come to what they call vent pipes that come through the roof, and we need to put a vent boot over it. As you can tell, it's a metal base with a rubber seal. And that slides down around the vent pipe, and the vent pipe is for the rough-in plumbing. The vent pipe allows air to be pulled out, so when people run their faucets, and it'll drain without bubbling. Flush the toilet, it'll flush without bubbling. So we have to seal those, basically those holes in the roof, we have to seal those up with pipe flashing. It'll seal down around that pipe, we nail it in and then caulk around it and lay our shingles over top of it. The coolest feature to this roof, a lot of people see that when you get up to your peak, you'll have holes cut in the roof and you'll have these plastic or metal, what they call vents. Those will be installed and they blend in with the roof okay because they come in a variety of different colors. But the coolest application of this is we actually did a ridge vent. Guys, this is the concept behind the ridge vent. It's called ridge roll with weather protector. What this does, once you rip this out, I'm not going to cut it open, but what this does is it lays down over your ridge. If you can see this illustration here, it gets nailed down on both sides right over your ridge. Then ridge cap architectural shingles get put over top of that. As you can see, it's corrugated. Corrugated means it's got holes all the way through it. What that allows is air to come up out of that ridge and out of the roof, out of the attic area. This is the rolled ridge vent. Then you put your cap over top of it. It keeps everything weather tight, but allows air to flow out of there. As you can see up here in the rafters, air comes up through the soffit and goes up towards your ridge. Once it goes up toward the ridge, you need to let that out of there. That's where this comes in. So you have to have that venting system in place, otherwise it's going to get way too hot in here. That's why you always want to have air circulating. It keeps your attic dry, keeps everything going smooth.
Brought to you in part by Carpet One Floor and Home Columbia. Best brands, best service. The one store for your perfect floor. Forum Christian Church, intentionally connecting people to Jesus. Steve's Pest Control. Now you have a friend in the pest control business. And Withrow Electric. No job too small.
It's all about commitment, and when it comes to the environment, we're committed to making the world out there just as beautiful as we help you make the world in here. By using green practices and natural materials from renewable resources to operate our Carpet One Floor and Home stores, and offering a growing selection of flooring that meets our Green Select standards. When you purchase a product with a Green Select label, you'll know you've made a choice you can feel good about forever. Visit Carpet One Floor and Home today to learn more about Green Select, the earth-friendly choice.
Being here helps us to focus on what really matters.
It's one place we can all agree on.
Our experience here on Sunday touches our lives all week long.
Forum Christian Church, connecting, growing, living.